Legends of Talia, Arcadia. Select language. Definitely English. This is the only language I speak. Everything's locked in the gallery. Alright, let's play. I think it's just reading. There's no extra stuff in this. It has a good saving function. Sometimes when it gets I can still hear the screams. They're impossible to forget. If you'd been in the village of Freycross that night, you wouldn't be able to. Most of the Freycross that night died. I was one of the few lucky ones. I wasn't supposed to be in Freycross in the first place. I wasn't born there. I didn't live there. I was just passing. I'd been wandering through the high roads, as you do, and I needed two place to stay for the night. No, I believe you needed a place to stay for the night. Two is too many, and also two is spelled with a W, and then you would say two places. Okay, we get the idea. The good people at Freycross were more than happy to accommodate me. Not a good sign that we already have a spelling error in a game that's only reading. They practically showered me with invitations to stay in their homes, eat their food, and sleep in their beds. I like the music though. It was almost like my presence was some kind of great blessing. And then a horned dragon attacked, and the whole village was burned to the ground. It was a shame, really. Can you guys hear me okay? The music is powerful, isn't it? It's a shame, really. The Freycross wasn't an important place by any means. Most people in Talia probably haven't heard of it. I hadn't. But the people at Freycross were good, kind people. And when I say that, I mean it. Truly. They spent their lives growing crops, rearing sheep, and fattening pigs up for the winter. They had to be self-sufficient because there were no nearby villages or towns to trade with. They looked after each other. Most of them were illiterate, apart from the village chief. It didn't matter. Even if they can't read, I still value them. Because I don't look down on, idiots. Being located in an out-of-the-way corner of the world, on the edge of an ill-traveled high road filled with monsters that had learned to be strong and bold and self-sufficient. Wonderful people. But they all fell over themselves when word spread that the great hero of Arcadia of Little Haven arrived at the gates of their village. Is that you? Oh, please, Lady Warrior, said the head of the village. Make yourself at home. We are your humble servants. Okay, so I'm Arcadia. I got it. They were so excited by my unexpected arrival that they even threw a banquet in my honor. They roasted a whole pig on a spit, apple in its mouth and all. But that wasn't it. There was also meat pies, boiled potatoes, and handmade soups. The food must have taken a long time to prepare, and I was grateful, but a simple meal of bread and cheese would have done just as well. There was music and laughter, and several of the smallest children of Freycross asked very shyly for my autograph. Not that they'd be able to read it, of course. They just wanted something to remember me by. Goes without saying that I'm not very impressed with the, for instance, there not being a period at the end of the sentence, but also, the visuals are kind of annoying. Like, come on, you should draw me some damn pictures. I'm not sure why people make such a fuss about me. I never wanted to be a hero. Like, this is not a virtual novel at this point. This is just a damn novel. Unfortunately, my visual novel? Visual novel. Yeah, it's not a visual novel, it's just a novel. Unfortunately, my legend has traveled across every single corner of Talia. Everybody at Freycross that night knew me. Everybody loved me. They adored me. and I failed them, I guess. Was it because I've fought in a lot of battles? Because of cat death? I hope not. War is pointless, so is fighting. Those who glorify it, who venerate it, and raise mere warriors like myself to the status of saints, turn my stomach. Not that I think much about Talia's saints. It was hard to focus on my food that night, though the people at Freycross were being so very kind and shared what I knew were limited resources with me. They welcomed me with open arms, like I was their close friend. They thought if I was there, nothing would be able to harm them. They were wrong. The dragon killed almost everybody that night. Come on, show me the dragon. It ravaged the whole village. You gotta show the dragon when you talk about stuff like this. It burnt the field to the ground, cooked the fat right off the pigs, and engulfed all the houses in warm red flames. I don't mind if you're not a good artist. Just draw me like a stick figure dragon burning some villages. God damn it. The houses in Freycross were all made of wood. Most people were asleep when the attack happened. They died in their beds. They died instantly. At least I hope they did. Me too. A horned dragon's fire is strong enough to melt the flesh off a person's bones and turn their bones themselves to soot. If I myself had been living in bed at the village chief's home, sleeping, perhaps I would have been burnt to a cinder too. Hero or not, I'm made of flesh and blood like any other mortal, and if exposed to a horned dragon's fire, I'd almost definitely die. The small alterations the church did to my body back when I was a warrior, a priest who lived in Spinal, would have been for naught. Though I can self-regenerate to a certain degree, there are limits. A horned dragon would definitely push my limits to the breaking point. If I'd been caught up in this fire, I would have perished. But I didn't. That's because I wasn't anywhere near the fire when the dragon attacked. I wasn't even in Freycross. God damn it, if you weren't there, what the hell are you talking about? I left the village behind me. I was trying to escape. Now you might wonder why I was trying to flee in the night, like a fugitive from these good people who had offered me so very much and asked for nothing in return. Nothing other than... No, I'm not wondering. You ran away from the dragon. Nothing other than arm wrestling competitions and my autograph. So many of them wanted autographs, though I don't know why. I'm not a skilled calligrapher. Can I save the game? Yes, I can. Nice. Okay. Let's just practice saving. Feels good to know I can save. Alright, nice. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. That's what I like. Yes. Okay. Return. Okay. Still, it made him happy, and it was so skin off my nose. No, it was no skin off your nose. So I did it all the same. Here's the thing. Being revered for more than a decade can be rather draining, especially when you're not a hero. I don't think I am. Yeah, you're definitely not. You ran away from the dragon and left the village to die. I might be the great warrior Arcadia, scorched of the battlefield, champion of Cadiz, the protector of Armanth village, but at the end of the day, I'm just a human. Yeah, a cowardly human who ran away from a dragon. The church meddled with my body during my stint as a warrior priest, when I still believed the church at Spinel was good and right and just, but I still bleed when you cut me. Honest to goodness, I do. I still bleed, guys. Though the wounds will all close up unusually fast. I'm human, just like you. Pathetic, weak little humans, just like you. I don't like being adored and revered and venerated. I don't deserve it. Not when my only real talent is killing. Sometimes I worry, but this is so boring and so terrible. My legends will eclipse who I really am. In fact, I think this already happened. There are so many stories, some of them true, most of them not, that I can no longer disentangle fact from fiction. I'm not allowed to be a normal person anymore. I've done too many great works in my short life. So I left. Also, I was afraid of the dragon, so I just like, oh shit, the dragon's coming, and I ran away. Maybe you could say I ran. Yeah, you could definitely say that I ran away from the dragon. The people of Freycross loved me. They believed in me, and I let them down. Maybe if I hadn't left that night, I could have done something. Slain the dragon, perhaps? I don't know. I've never done it before. Yep, it probably was for the best I ran away from the dragon. If I hadn't run away, then maybe... But it's useless. Think about what ifs now. What's done is done. By the time I saw the dragon, its scaly body embossed against the round full moon, it was much too late. I turned back, ran to Freycross village, drew my sword. I changed my mind about running away from the dragon. It didn't make any difference. Everything was on fire. Everything was ruined. Almost everybody was dead. The dragon was long gone, of course. It just happened to be passing. Maybe it hadn't even meant to target the village of Freycross. It just reacted out of instinct. Dragons aren't as smart as people think. The people at Freycross didn't need a warrior. Not even the great warrior Arcadia, with all her accomplishments and accolades. They needed a fire department. They needed white mages, herbalists, healers, and a fire department. And I guess they probably did need somebody that could have killed the dragon, maybe. So maybe a warrior, or like a tank. But yeah, like they needed a ballista. That's what they needed. Alright. Anyway, that's all, folks. Game is saved, right? Yep. So, that's all. See y'all next time. This game is like... This visual novel is like going on forever. But at least it lets me save. So I can stop reading now and take a break, which is nice. Unfortunately, I've never been very good with magic. What else do you think the sword's for? Right? Good point. It's just compensation, really, for not being able to use magic. I walked through the burning village. The ruined buildings were depressing. The sense of burning flesh was even more so. I was like, burning buildings, stinky flesh. Stop that, guys. You're depressing me. Just stop it, dudes.